In a groundbreaking moment for global music culture, Jungkook of BTS has officially become the first Korean solo artist to appear simultaneously on the covers of Rolling Stone UK, Rolling Stone Korea, and Rolling Stone Japan, marking a new milestone in his already influential career. Released today, December 9th, 2025, the three covers are part of a coordinated global project that Rolling Stone describes as, quote, one of the most ambitious cross-market editorial collaborations the magazine has ever launched. The decision to spotlight Jungkook across multiple international editions reflects not only his worldwide star power, but also the growing recognition of Korean artists within the global music industry. Rolling Stone editors from all three regions emphasize that Jungkook represents a new standard for modern pop icons, transcending language, geography, and genre. While BTS as a group has appeared in various editions of Rolling Stone in the past, this marks a historic first for Jungkook as a soloist and for any Korean solo artist in general. Rolling Stone UK highlighted that their choice was driven by Jungkook's unparalleled global reach and the transformative impact of his music over the past 2 years. The magazine noted that Jungkook's evolution from K-pop idol to influential global soloist mirrors a larger cultural shift, one where Asian artists claim a central role in defining international music trends. His presence on the covers of all three editions underlines his unique status as a cultural ambassador, whose influence reaches far beyond the boundaries of traditional K-pop. Each country's edition of Rolling Stone presents Jungkook in a concept tailored to its cultural and artistic identity. Rolling Stone Korea delivers a bold, sharp aesthetic that celebrates Jungkook's roots while presenting him as a leader of the new generation of Korean artists. Rolling Stone UK opts for a refined editorial style, highlighting Jungkook's sophistication and international appeal, positioning him among Western pop royalty. Rolling Stone Japan embraces a minimalist, cinematic approach, emphasizing emotional depth and artistic nuance. Despite their unique visual languages, all three covers share a central theme: Jungkook as a boundary-breaking artist shaping the future of global pop. Beyond the striking photography, the feature article includes an in-depth interview where Jungkook reflects on his artistic journey, challenges, and aspirations. He discusses the pressure of transitioning from a world-famous group member to a solo performer, and how he discovered new parts of himself in the process. "I wanted to create music that felt honest, limitless, and entirely mine," Jungkook shares in the interview. He candidly discusses his creative process, noting that freedom as a soloist also brought new expectations. "There were moments when I questioned myself, but growth only happens when you step outside what feels safe." Rolling Stone highlights Jungkook's vulnerability, discipline, and vision as key reasons he resonates so profoundly with fans worldwide. Within minutes of the cover reveal, ARMY from around the world flooded social media platforms with excitement, making hashtags related to Jungkook trend worldwide. Fans praise not only the aesthetics of the covers, but also the recognition Jungkook continues to receive on the global stage. Many called the moment long overdue, while others shared their pride in witnessing a Korean soloist being honored by one of the most influential entertainment magazines in the world. For industry observers, Jungkook's triple edition Rolling Stone appearance signifies more than personal achievement. It reinforces K-pop's growing dominance and evolution. Rather than being defined merely as a genre, K-pop is increasingly viewed as a powerful cultural force capable of shaping global entertainment. Music critics note that Jungkook's success as a soloist, combined with his historical streaming numbers and chart records, places him among the most influential pop figures of his generation. According to editors involved in the project, the decision to feature Jungkook on all three major Asian and Western editions was finalized months in advance, following several internal discussions about which global figure could best represent the magazine's new direction. Rolling Stone aimed to highlight an artist who not only demonstrated commercial success, but also embodied cultural influence and artistic evolution, criteria Jungkook met effortlessly. The production was carried out across multiple countries, requiring a large collaborative team of stylists, photographers, cinematographers, and creative directors. Despite the scale of the project, staff members described Jungkook as remarkably grounded and intensely focused. They noted that his professionalism during the shoot, became a defining moment of the entire campaign. One creative director shared that Jungkook approached the project with his own ideas for visuals, fashion concepts, and emotional tones he wanted to convey. He wasn't just posing, he was shaping the narrative with us.
Music industry experts say that Jungkook's appearance across all 3 editions signals a shift in how global media outlets value Asian artists. In the past, international magazines often limited Asian stars to regional editions, but Jungkook's presence in a Western edition like Rolling Stone UK showcases a change in perspective. Analysts note that Jungkook's immense streaming numbers and global visibility on platforms like Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and global charts have made him impossible to ignore. They also point out that this moment is paving the way for other Asian artists, soloists, and groups to be taken seriously on the global stage. Jungkook has achieved something rarely done by any non-Western artist, said cultural strategist Elaine Morris. This triple feature sets a benchmark for representation and opens future opportunities not just for Korean artists, but for international creatives as a whole. Rolling Stone's styling team revealed that fashion direction for each cover was intentionally chosen to highlight Jungkook's versatility. The UK edition used tailored jackets, muted tones, and elevated fabrics to frame Jungkook as a modern global icon. The Korea edition blended contemporary streetwear with luxury pieces, reflecting Jungkook's aesthetic evolution. The Japan edition leaned into more minimalist silhouettes, emphasizing emotional expression and maturity. Since the release of the covers, several of the fashion pieces worn by Jungkook have sold out online, with brands reporting an immediate spike in global demand. Some fashion commentators argue that Jungkook's influence over the luxury and streetwear markets rivals that of leading Western pop stars. Korean media hailed the achievement as a monumental step for the nation's creative industry, while Japanese entertainment outlets highlighted the significance of Jungkook appearing in their edition during a period of heightened cultural exchange between Korea and Japan. In the UK, where K-pop fandom has grown rapidly, Rolling Stone's decision has sparked widespread praise. British fans expressed excitement at seeing Jungkook in a premier Western magazine, calling it a long-awaited acknowledgement of his impact. Meanwhile, US fans, though not receiving a dedicated cover for the American edition, celebrated the global collaboration and trended hashtags demanding a US version. Within hours of release, the hashtag Jungkook Rolling Stone 2025 dominated X, TikTok, Instagram, and Weibo. Analysts estimate that related content generated over 300 million impressions within the first 12 hours, record-breaking numbers for a magazine feature. Fan-made edits, reactions, and unboxing videos have already amassed millions of views. Rolling Stone's pre-order site briefly slowed due to high traffic, and Korean bookstores reported a surge in pre-orders for all 3 versions. All 3 editions of Rolling Stone used remarkably similar language when describing Jungkook, calling him a once-in-a-generation performer, a voice shaping the sound of global pop, an artist whose influence extends beyond music. Editors highlighted Jungkook's ability to combine musical excellence with approachable charm, an attribute they believe is central to his worldwide appeal. Media experts predict that Jungkook's triple feature will encourage other publications to adopt similar multi-market projects. As digital platforms push entertainment into a borderless ecosystem, magazines may increasingly rely on globally recognizable artists to maintain relevance. Jungkook's success in Rolling Stone could also influence luxury brands, international award shows, and entertainment executives to expand their engagement with Asian creatives. As Jungkook steps into 2026 with new projects on the horizon, his Rolling Stone milestone stands as a symbol of how far he has come and how far he is still capable of going. From sold-out stadiums to record-breaking streaming achievements, and now a historic Rolling Stone campaign, Jungkook continues to shape modern pop culture in real time. For millions of fans worldwide, these Rolling Stone covers are more than just magazine spreads. They are global recognition of an artist who has continuously pushed boundaries, redefined expectations, and elevated Asian representation on the world stage. Among the most striking moments in the Rolling Stone feature is Jungkook's openness about navigating his identity as both a global superstar and an individual discovering new artistic paths. When asked about balancing expectations, he responded, "I don't want to be trapped by what people expect from Jungkook of BTS or Jungkook the solo artist.
I want to keep creating from a place that feels real to me. This candid reflection resonated widely with readers and critics alike. Music journalists praised Jungkook's willingness to speak honestly about pressure, burnout, and creative rebirth, a level of vulnerability rarely seen in global pop stars at his level of fame. Rolling Stone emphasized that Jungkook's perspective represents a new wave of artists who prioritize emotional authenticity over commercial calculation. His comments on mental health, personal growth, and artistic exploration have already sparked conversations across multiple cultures and age groups.